Well, good morning and welcome back again. Today's session is going to be all about how you're going to motivate yourself to get fit. Well, I guess first of all you've got to have a faith in the fact that the body's got to heal itself. So how can it heal itself? We know a little bit about raw food, you know a little bit about meditation. Now you're getting to know a little bit about exercise. So we have to get ourselves out there to do the exercise. Now with a lot of people, this is a difficult decision for them to make. Very, very difficult. There's probably only about 1% of Australians actually get out there and do some exercise. We work in a stressful environment, there's a lot of toxins around us, and it's very difficult to say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day, or I'll join a gym and you never go, or you go once or twice and it peters off and you never go again. So what are we going to do to get ourselves out there? Well, I could tell you that sometimes I've just got to force myself, to get there and do the exercise. Sometimes I'll go to a gym, most of the time I'll do my tubing. Or I'll be down the beach training somebody and I'll just continue on doing some stuff myself. The most important part of making a choice of what exercises you're going to do is to make it fun. You've got to make it fun. Now, that mightn't be fun to start with, but when you get there, you will have fun because you'll feel so much better after you do it. Going for a walk on the beach is wonderful. You'll come back, even though you might be a little bit tired, you'll feel a little bit energized, and especially after the weight-bearing exercises, you really will feel energized. I've gone to do exercise with a headache and come back great, all gone sometimes with a stomach ache, and it's all gone after you've exercised and got that adrenaline pumping. Everything else stops and it sort of starts getting healed up. So I think maybe you can motivate yourself by getting you into the thinking of getting fit, making you think as though you're going to look better. You've got to look better. It doesn't matter what you look like now. Expand on what you look like. In other words, tone the muscles up. A lot of women come to me and say, oh, I've got a big ass, or I've got big boobs, or I've got big this, or big arms, or whatever. I say to them, well, don't worry about that. You're born with a certain shape, and sometimes you can Google what shapes you were born with, and just tone those shapes up, and they look so much better. They don't wobble, around if you're overweight, and the muscles start stretching the skin. So as you get older, our skin gets a bit wrinkly, as we know. The idea is to try to build a muscle up that stretches the skin a little bit, because all the creams in the world sometimes don't make a lot of difference, but some of them can help, of course. So get that into your head so that you can feel good. And once you start, you will never stop. But please don't just start and stop. It's not a yo-yo game like diets can be yo-yo. So once you start something, this is not a yo-yo, this is life. You want to start and never stop. As you get older, you've got to exercise more, not more and more, but set yourself a routine and go. So go and buy you some new gym shoes. Buy yourself a little outfit. Make sure you've got singlets and tops and pants, and girls, there's lots of stuff out there. Boys, some ruggers or boxers and a singlet usually does, okay? But the girls, you've got lots of gear out there that you can get dressed up in. Lorna Jane, for example. But that's the trouble with the fitness industry. It's all girls and hardly any boys. So guys, you've got to get out there. It's going to benefit you totally. So what else can you do? Apart from trying to convince yourself it's going to be fun, go and have a look at a Zumba class or some aerobic class. Sure, you might be the only guy there. Pity about that one. Girls, you love it. So just go and join a class. Now they cater for overweight people or very skinny people. Just pick a class that's, if you're over 50, pick an over 50s class, and they're out there. There's plenty of them around. Don't pick a class that jumps up and down, high impact classes, So just pick the class that you can start with comfortably and just go along with that. So you've got to motivate yourself. Now there's plenty of other things you can try as well, of course. There's lots of different forms of yoga out there, lots of different forms of Pilates, Tai Chi, and Qigong. There's lots of things you can do. There's no excuses. Council have free things you can go to. There's lots of stuff. And I live on the Gold Coast, and of course the council provide training in lots of different beaches along the Gold Coast. So just go to your council and see if there's anything happening there. Most councils will have something happening. You might not know about it yet, but they'll have something in the planning to do something about that. So get yourself organised. You can put stickers around the place. I'm getting fit. I'm getting healthy. I'm really feeling good about myself. And start doing all those little interesting things that will help you to get out there and have fun. Dancing. If you're a dancer, go dancing. There's lots of, Zumba's a part dancing. Most of it is dancing. The whole thing's Zumba. I'm a Zumba instructor myself, so I know what it's all about, and it's great fun if you're into Latin dancing. If you're not into Latin dancing and you're into a bit of ballroom or New Vogue, plenty of dancing studios around that you can go to learn that. If you're not into dancing, that's fine. Even if you've got 2 left feet, you can still have a lot of fun because the music is beautiful. And music heals your brain and gets you motivated and everything, because that kind of music has got a beat to it. And you've got to move to the beat of the music. So that's really good for your brain, your body coordination. So don't worry if you don't have too good a coordination. Those are some of the things that you can get yourself organised with. Movement. Keep moving, because as you get older you'll lose your flexibility. You'll lose your functional movement. Other things that you can do is join some swimming classes, okay? Or you can go and look for a good personal trainer. He will take you through what you need to keep yourself fit. Now don't forget, get a good experienced personal trainer. There's lots of personal trainers out there. It's not a long course to do. Some of them are young and some of them do well, but get an experienced personal trainer or exercise physiologist and get yourself out there and doing something. Go with a mate. Go with a friend. Just barter off each other and say, okay, have a little challenge going. If you've got to lose weight, let's make a pact to lose, a kilo this week or something like that. Work with other people so that you can join in the fun. If you're a loner, a bit like me, I was a bit of a loner. I'd front up there and stand against the wall and do all these weird things that, loners do. But somebody, or the instructor, if they're any good at all, will come over and say, how you going, Wayne? And I said, well, I'm here. So they'll get you into doing basic stuff, because all aerobic instructors realise and know that they first started somewhere themselves. And so they know how intimidating it is to see these young people doing all sorts of exercises that you won't have a hope in doing maybe. But unless you start, you'll never know. So hopefully that's a little bit of incentive to get you out there and start motivating. If you have any questions, just email me and I'll try and get you started. But by all means, search out there, find out what's available in your area and get out there and do something. You must get out there and do something. It's going to save your life. It's going to make you live longer, and it's a part of healing. It's the third part of healing. Because in the meditation we cover the mental aspects as well. Raw food, not all the time. Meditation, brain, mind over body, exercise. 3 most important parts of your life for your life-changing activity that you're now trying to get yourself into. All right, if you fall down every now and again, of course we fall down and we fail. Pick ourselves up and start again. Always start again. The best people in the world. You go on YouTube and get some fascinating stories of people. They fail. The best people have failed lots of times. Over and over again. Some of the famous film stars, they've failed lots of times. Who'd want a Sylvester Stallone who talks all funny through the corner of his mouth? Who'd want him as a film star? He went around searching everywhere. You want to hear his story, So lots of stuff on YouTube to try and help you get motivated, and some marvellous stuff there. So research that and get yourself in the mind. It's the most important part of your whole life experience. Okay, hope that helps for you. Thanks you for listening, and we'll see you again next time.